Informational interview mistakes. Hopefully your informational interviews went well, but if not, maybe you made a mistake. Let's talk about some mistakes to avoid. Here are the learning outcomes for this video. By the end of the video, you should 1. Understand the 6 most common informational interview mistakes. 2. Understand which of these mistakes is the worst to make. And 3. Understand when it's okay to discuss job opportunities during an informational interview. Let's get started. The biggest mistake you can make is asking for a job during the informational interview. The goals of the informational interview are to learn and to make a connection. So at no point should you ask for a job or if there are job openings. If at the end of the meeting, the interviewee mentions a job opportunity or asks if you're interested in working at the company, then you can discuss, but you shouldn't be the one to initiate this conversation. The next mistakes are a failure to ask questions or to listen to responses. Since you are the one to initiate the interview, you have a duty to set the agenda by asking questions to get the conversation rolling. And don't forget to listen to responses. Nothing is worse than having someone ask a question only for that same person to answer it themselves. Obviously, if the interviewee asks you questions, you should feel free to answer, but try to keep your responses relatively brief. The next mistake is failing to accommodate the interviewee. Remember, the interviewee is doing you a favor by offering their time and information at no cost. You should want to repay this generosity by accommodating them in any way possible. For example, your main concern when selecting the time and place for the interview should be convenience for the interviewee. And if you meet for coffee or for lunch, offer to pay. Another mistake is failing to ask the interviewee if they have any recommendations for other people you should talk to. At the end of the meeting, the interviewee should have a better understanding of who you are and what you're interested in. You should directly ask the interviewee if he knows anyone else you should connect with as you continue setting up interviews. It would also be a mistake if you failed to follow up after the interview. Following up should be simple. Just send an email or text to the interviewee. In the follow-up, make sure to provide any information that they asked for, such as your resume, and remember to thank them for taking the time to speak with you. The final mistake is failing to keep in touch with the interviewee. If you enjoyed meeting this person, then you should keep in touch and grow the connection over time. Keeping in touch can be difficult, but there's some simple things you can do. Try setting a calendar reminder for every few months to reach out to the person. Or, anytime you come across something of interest to this person, like a news article, send it to them. That's the end of this foundational video, but just a reminder that this video is part of a longer playlist. The playlist is in chronological order, meaning videos at the beginning of the playlist cover things that occur at the beginning of a job search and vice versa. If you liked this video, then you should check out the other videos in the playlist. If you thought this video was confusing, then try going backwards in the playlist to learn more about job search up until this point, or even forwards in the playlist to see how things come together. Thanks.